Once that's done, I think it will be live. It may be live now, but hello if we are. All right, we should be live now. We're live.
All right, I just wanted to make sure and give it a second to log itself in, and welcome to our full moon ceremony for May 2021 for our Bring Me to Life Patreons. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the moon while Silo gets a few things ready. You might see him move around, but we are actually just working our way through some eclipse energy. We have a full moon eclipse happening right around now, and it says that we're going to work from the Moonology book here while Silo gets us all settled in. Moonology tells us that when the full moon eclipse comes, just like that, a lot of doors can slam shut. And if you've been feeling the pull around this time, it suggests that the situations that maybe you're asking about are reaching a peak or have just done so. Things are now out of your hands, and what you're experiencing is something that your soul signed up for. It's a way for you to learn and your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something right now, know that it's the right time. And as hard as it might be, forgiving someone for what they did could be really key to your resolving of a situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what anyone did, but it releases it so you can move on. It's also saying that the full moon eclipse is a good time for us to get back on track on projects that we have maybe pushed to the side. There's a lot of forgiveness in the air as we set free karma, and we can move forward and accept what we deserve. It's a good time for meditation and reflection. Some yoga and movement is also recommended. And full moons are just nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions of situations. The full moon eclipses are about the same, but kind of on steroids. And a full moon eclipse can be very hard to handle because it's got potent change, which is something many of us are uncomfortable with. But the change is a part of life. And this card, this time, no matter when it comes, is here to remind you of that fact. The full moon eclipse can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. And it's time to work on our darkness. So if you're feeling the pull of the full moon eclipse this time, it is important to embrace this new reality that we are stepping into. We are over a year into the 2020 chaos that was happening and pushed us into the era of COVID, and now we're coming out of it. Things are starting to open up. We still have a pandemic happening, yes, but we are over the climax and coming to the conclusion of a lot of the restrictions that had been put on us as a collective as we move forward into the next chapter and the next phase. So this full moon is also in Sagittarius. So let's see what the Moonology book has to say about the full moon in Sagittarius. It says, maybe you're thinking too much about the small details of a dilemma. If you're fretting over the minute details, this can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This time is a reminder that it's good to think things through. And sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you see in your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Because now's the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card this time also reminds us that we have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey that is called life, and try to keep an open mind about what's best for everyone. The universe could surprise you. So it's also telling us it's a time to take a little break for ourselves, make sure we're going on adventures. If we're feeling distracted, it's because we really need to sit down and get in alignment with what it is we're trying to create or do. It's also a good time to try to enhance your confidence without being overconfident and just kind of feeling like you're going to have a win in each day. And give yourself some self-care or show others that you care. If not, if you haven't been able to, it's time to really reflect on how to show each other that you care and find balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. When the full moon in Sagittarius is around, it's a time that we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's big wide world out there to see beyond our backyard. And it's all about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. So embrace the big ideas versus the details. And no matter when this time comes, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. So we've got a lot of energy messages that's telling us to look at the bigger picture rather than focusing on the little details that could be, driving everybody insane right now. Maybe they feel locked up. Maybe they've been, dealing with different situations that were unexpected or not used to as we come to the shift that is the beginning of summer, the renaissance after the crazy lockdown ages. And there's a big portal that is opening. We just had a 5/5 portal in May, and we're getting ready to go into Memorial Day weekend for those of us here in the US. And it's an interesting time. So many people are itching to get back out into their communities, where others are, still very hesitant and concerned about the situation of the world. And it's really important to take a deep breath and see the bigger picture of how you want to, react and experience your life in this Renaissance era.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shannon. Also, did you say it was a supermoon?
It's a super full moon eclipse.
Yeah, okay. A lot of going on, and as long as you're doing your best, try to breathe and release everything. And remember to not block your heart, because when I can't help that it's squeaking.
I was like, what's squeaking over here?
The chair's squeaking.
So squeaky.
And there's nothing I can do about it right now. But
it's okay.
Like I said, when
bigger picture
things happen, try to breathe through it and try not to close off your heart, because you want to let the energy flow and not block yourself from things. And I'm right there with you guys. Squeaky chair and all.
Squeaky chair and all.
See, that's my chair and Shannon's sitting in it. This is her chair and I'm sitting in it.
Oh, look at this deflection here. All right, beautiful. So we're going to lead a little bit of a sound ceremony. We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight because we want everyone to be able to enjoy their eclipse energy, but take some time to, set some intentions and reflections for your time. This full moon's also connected to one of the last super moons that we had in, I believe, December. Around December 14th, there was an energy portal that opened up. So these last 6 months or so have been super powerful. And it's going to be a good little experience.
It's okay if I test my sound real quick here?
Go for your sound check.
Ready. All right, everybody. Exhale with me. Just let go of your breath right now. And then a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Now we're going to breathe in for 4 through our mouth. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. And hold for 4. All right, one more deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Just begin to close your eyes now. Get comfortable, relax. It's important that you are comfortable, and if you have an itch, if you have a scratch, if there's something you feel you need to do, then do that. Those scratches can keep your mind in the moment, can keep you in the presence. So maybe try to use that hack, not as a distraction, more as bringing your awareness into the moment. And scratch your nose and get back to the meditation. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Shannon and I here have a few different instruments. We will kind of go through some of the different instruments, and then in about 15-20 minutes, we'll come back and have a little reading, have a little discussion, and does that sound okay for everybody? Make sure to grab your water too. If you have water, if not, totally okay. You ready to play?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, go ahead. Another deep breath. Just begin to accept anything you're feeling. Accept anything that you've been going through lately. All the emotions, all of the feelings. Just accept everything in your experience right now. as you accept everything, it helps you to let it go. Just let it all come and go, like waves washing the shore, washing away any footprints. Continue to breathe. Feel your weight sinking down into the ground. Allow the ground to support you. And just feel that gravity, keeping you grounded, keeping you safe and protected as you come into a meditation. Just continue to breathe and relax. Imagine all of your muscles becoming relaxed as that oxygen flows to every cell, every atom, and the space in between it all. Just breathe and relax as you listen to this music. Continue to breathe and relax. Set an intention now for the full moon. This full moon is so close to the earth that you have this extra energy. Imagine that energy of the full moon, that light, the moon beams coming down and shining on to your intention. It could be simple as you want to relax more. It could be big, like you have a big dream you want to accomplish. Just imagine the energy of this full moon shining onto that intention. Releasing anything that might be slowing you down or holding you back from any intention that you have. What is not working for you? What have you learned since the last full moon? Think of a few things that you can let go of, a few things you would like to release here right now. imagine what it feels like to let those things go. What does it feel like to move on? What does it feel like to start the next chapter of your life? Breathe and relax and imagine that this full moon has a resonance to it, has a sound, a frequency. Imagine that frequency, those sound waves, coming down into this earth, surrounding your body, surrounding your intention. Imagine your body, this intention, your energy, beginning to raise in vibration. So that not only do you feel more energized and motivated, you're able to channel in higher thought, more creative ideas, things that will help you to move forward in your life, to manifest that intention. A deep breath here, and a deep exhale. This frequency also helps you to release all of those things that you're ready to. One last deep inhale, fill in your lungs, and hold, and release. How do you feel now? Do you notice any subtle differences in the energy and the air? Now see if you can notice the silence. Notice the space in between every inhale, every exhale. Take another deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. And for a moment, before we end our experience here, I want you to enjoy the space that you've created for yourself. So what's something that you could do in this moment right now that make you feel good? Maybe you can say something nice to yourself. Maybe you can give your feet a massage. Maybe you just want to breathe and relax. Just a few moments. Enjoy the space however you would like to. All right, another deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. When you're ready to come back, just bring your awareness to this moment right now. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, your body, move around, whatever you got to do. As all of your awareness, all of your consciousness, all of your power returns fully here into this moment right now. When you're ready, if you haven't already, you can open your eyes and return from the sound experience. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of that. Thank you, Lauren. We see you. Appreciate you. I know Shannon was going to do some things and some other things.
I was going to do readings. I forgot to bring in my main deck, but if you hand me that Angel Dreams deck, I can use it.
Okay.
A different deck than I typically use, but it seems to be the one that wants to be used for today's offering. So we're going to use the Angel Dreams deck, and I'm going to do a collective reading, and then if you are a tier 2 Patreon member, you stay with us and you can get an individual reading. If you're watching and you're not a tier 2, you'd like to get on the individual reading list, go ahead and check out the Patreon options.
We have that link all over on our website, bringmetoolife.com. Easy peasy, you can find it there.
All right, so the collective reading. Oh, we got 2 herbs popping in and the snake. All right, so that's interesting because I've been feeling a lot of the snake energy. So the first card we have is Lady's Mantle. Whoa.
Sorry.
Instead of a drum roll, we have Silo's keyboard. All right, so Lady's Mantle is the herb of the mother. It's a healing energy, and it represents alchemy and coming together with a project of many layers and morphing it from something that may have just been a small idea or something that you had once started and then pushed aside and is now coming through and alchemizing into its form. You're birthing it through this eclipse type energy, and it's healing for you to go back and acknowledge that growth, because a lot of times we will start projects. Celia and I are talking about this. We start projects, we will take breaks and phases off, and we'll come back to them, and they go in phases like the moon. Sometimes we might not realize it, especially for people who don't journal or keep track of all the little details, but a lot of times things will come back around the same time of year or during the same type of flow. I notice around this time of year, every year I get back into music. I get really involved in like more poetry versus painting or jewelry. Those are things I typically do more in the wintertime. So we alchemize and create projects in phases. And we'll see what the book says here in a moment for that. So the nettle card from my intuition is the boundaries herb, and it's also a reminder of caution. Typically, there is thorny nettle around the edge of different forests. It will grow to protect the forest animals, the forest creatures, the fae, and it creates boundaries. And what this card is representing also is it is the time of the fae. It's also the time of a lot of nature critters are coming out. So if we are going to explore and adventure into the woods, this and the next card, which is the snake card, are both reminders to be aware of your surroundings, be aware that Mother Nature has also been in a cocoon period of sorts, with the humans being on lockdown and being shut in for the last year. As we go to venture back out into the woods, a lot of the animals and critters have, and rightfully so, taken back the earth. And as we go back out for festivals or outdoor events or outdoor adventures, we need to be mindful of both our own boundaries and the boundaries of the creatures and people around us, because people are having different boundaries. So approach things with caution, and just be ready to communicate what your own boundaries are. Communication is going to be key, or you might get poked with a thorn, because nettle is typically a thorny, pokey, prickly type of plant. And then the snake card, it's a reminder of rebirth, release, and integration. I've been feeling a lot of snake energy lately. It's also about shedding a layer of the skin and evolving, molting into a evolved version of ourselves, allowing ourselves to go with the flow and kind of slither our way around rather than rushing through like, a deer or some other sort of maybe feline creature would. Instead, we're in our very kind of reptilian energy and allowing ourselves to evolve in many different ways. So the rebirth is important here. It's a reminder that, again, we're alchemizing projects to bring them back to life and integrate them into the new realm, the Renaissance that we're stepping into, and releasing the old form of the world. So if you want to show these off to the camera while I check the book, we can also see what the original author has to say. That was my channeled input for you. So we're going to start with nettle.
Go down to reading all of them
Yeah.
at some point. Take a break here in a sec.
We're going to start with nettle, and
Read
it says,
while you can.
This is a warning while you maintain your boundaries. There is a situation that needs to be approached with caution and respect, so heed the red flags and be gentle with yourself. Take care to protect yourself, because nettle is a plant of maternal and metaphysical protection that encourages you to adapt and find the ability of flexibility. This herb also helps shield you from the harmful energies, as it provides deep nourishment and teaches healthy boundaries and keeps away negative and danger. Archangel Michael and Raphael and Hanuel are associated with the nettle plant, and they suggest consider drinking nettle tea for blood health and stimulating nourishment. You may need more adaptable and flexible energy at this current environment. The next one we have is it Lady's Mantle? What was the next one? Yes, Lady's Mantle. So it is calling you to take time to heal your wounds, and whether they're physical, mental, or emotional, from the inside out. When your wounds aren't healed, you lose your life force energy, and this means you might feel drained or tired all the time. Lady's Mantle is also a sacred herb that symbolizes the mother of all aspects, as well as healing. You're being invited to connect to your own mother, yourself as a mother, or Mother Earth in a deeper way. Lady's Mantle is also associated with alchemy, as it is once believed that the leaves imparted wisdom to whoever came in contact with them. It's urging you to spread your knowledge to others as well and share your stories of inspiration. You're being offered a sacred space of protection from nightmares and other harm. It's important to connect with the goddess of Bridget and ask for healing and feminine wisdom. It's okay to receive support with childbearing, fertility, or other pregnancy or birthing projects. And call upon this sacred herb to aid you in developing a deeper inner peace of whole body healing. There is a need for you to work on forgiveness as it relates to your mother or the mother energy, and studying alchemy would be beneficial to you. The last one we have is the snake. If your arms are tired still, you can take a break. So the snake energy is, let's see here, I almost found it. The snake heralds a time of transition, during which you will go through a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. You may be feeling at rock bottom right now, but enjoy the shedding of the old while stepping into your power. It's a time of power as the snake's wisdom may lead you to ask yourself many questions. What are you protecting? Are you protecting a relationship or do you need to begin a new one? What do you need to shed, release, or uncover in order to bring about new opportunities? And what do you need to bring back into your life that may have been lacking? The snake represents rebirth in all forms, and it symbolizes the hidden teachings or information as well as the integration of physical and spiritual forms. The double snake, or the kadikias, is the emissary of transcendence. There's a balance between your physical and spiritual energies, and it's time to open your awareness to the spiraling dance of cosmic forces as you study the hidden knowledge that has been beckoning to you at this time. This is a good reminder to study and work with the divine magic that is in your mind, and don't be afraid of your physical and personal power. It is a gift of healing and rebirth, so share it with the world. Beautiful. So that is our collective reading, and I think that that is the end of the collective live stream, and then we'll do some
Yay.
private readings for our tier 2. Is there anything else you wanted to say for the general ceremony today, CeeLo? I can't hear you, so do whatever you're saying.
All right. I want to say I have been feeling very emotional. I have been taking things very personal. I have been getting triggered very easily.
Very easily.
And that's okay. It's a powerful full moon. We're emotional creatures. And as long as we can move forward and take things lovingly and try to be as compassionate and understanding as we can. I think being understanding is really important. Trying to be understanding that we're all going through things right now is really important.
Yeah, super powerful eclipse energy, releasing the shadow, seeing the things that are holding us back or driving us nuts, and moving forward to it. I think it's an important time for everyone, and I'm grateful for those that have tuned in and gave themselves this time, because so many people are rushing through life and not even giving themselves time.
Yeah. If there are any Patreon members who are on the Zoom call right now that want to join the live Zoom and say anything to our audience, go ahead. If not, just give us a little shake of the head and then we can end the live stream. Okay. Thank you everybody so much. We wish you a very beautiful full moon, and until our next ceremony, thank you for being here and many blessings. And now I just gotta find out how I end without ending our Zoom here. So give me a second while I do that. Here we go. I think I found it.